Hello and welcome to Jill Cameron Creations. Today we are going to Copic color the Sketched Peony set by Maker Forte. This is a super detailed floral set that I am so in love with. And it's been a long time since I have Copic colored a floral stamp set this detailed, and I took my time with it and I wanted to share it with you. I stamped every single image from this 6x8 stamp set. Every single image. It is one large blossom, two medium blossoms, and then one bud. And then there's some floral, there's the leaves that go with it. I stamped this in my regular Misty on Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and I am using Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink. I stamped it twice. I like jet black ink because it doesn't smear. It dries a little bit slower than some of the other inks, but it's really black. And I went ahead and I stamped this twice because I like the stamp set so much, and I already had the paper cut and I already had it out, and then I can go back and color whatever I want to later on. It did take me a while. Total color time on all of the images was about an hour and a half. So this video is super sped up so you can see all the detail of it. I'm not going to include every single image in the coloring of this. We're going to do the big image first, the big blossom over there, and then we're going to do one of the smaller ones in the bud, and then some of the greenery. Me putting together this card, for some reason my video decided to poop out in the middle of it. So I could not include me actually putting the card together. At the end of it, I will explain what I did, and you'll see the end product of me putting picking the sentiment. The sentiment is not included in this stamp set. Doesn't have any sentiments with it. I used the stamp set from the Christmas flower stamp set. All right, I am using RV99, R39, R29, R24, and R21 to color this flower. When you first sit down to color something like this, don't be intimidated by it. Take it one leaf, petal at a time. Don't color the whole thing in. Now, y'all know that I am a color from darkest to lightest. Sorry, my big fat purple head got in the way there. I'm going to zoom in closer here in just a second. But I wanted you to see kind of how my hand is holding the marker, and I wanted you to see how I'm like leaned over to the side a little bit. And when I start to get into really detailed areas, notice that my marker goes more straight up and down. I'm also really trying not to grip my marker. The other thing that I would like to note is that I'm also including dark at the end of my petals, and I'm not blending my colors in together completely. See how I'm still leaving that R21 as super light, and I'm including the dark in just the darkest areas. This is the RV99. It's a super dark plummy kind of color, but it makes reds really pop off the page. If you have trouble determining what's laying over top of what, stamp the image on some scrap paper and take a pencil and shade in the darker areas so you can use it as a reference. So or make little arrows to the places on your bloom or whatever image that you're coloring that you want to be the darkest parts of your image. So even if it's not exactly drawn that way, if you want to change your light source just slightly, especially on flowers, it's pretty easy to do to make it look like it's not those darkest areas. Sorry, I'm up in the corner a little bit here. I'll come down in just a second. So stamp that image on a separate piece of scrap paper or something, and draw in little arrows, and you'll be able to kind of reference back to it until you get really used to seeing where you want those dark places to be. I have not been keeping up with my practice of my Copic coloring, so I really took my time with this and really enjoyed the process. I love Copic coloring so much. So I really took my time with this, and as you can see, I really limited my sections on my colors so that I could get that great big huge variation, because I mean, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers on this one color for this one petal. Don't worry about blending it out. You want that bright spot in there. You want it to stand out and be a lot brighter. You want to have those marker flicks where you can see the striation of the colors. You don't have to blend it out completely. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and play a little bit of music while I color the rest of this, and then we'll come back at the end and I'll tell you how I put my card together. Like I said, unfortunately, my camera decided it did not want to record me actually putting the card together. I popped up the big bloom on foam tape, and then I tucked individual elements behind it. And I did the same thing in the upper top corner of the card, in the left-hand corner of the card. And then I just tucked in individual elements behind the flowers, and anything that was hanging off, I just took a pair of scissors and cut off. I am using the Maker Forte embossing ink so that I can white sheet emboss the sentiment "Thinking of You" from the Christmas flower stamp set that's part of the Maker Forte line. And I stamped this on black cardstock, and then I'm just going to trim this out, and I'm going to pop this up with some foam tape as well and put that on in kind of the middle of the florals here. And then to finish the card off, I'm going to use Gold Rush. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, I'm using Gold Coast. I always want to call it Gold Rush, but Gold Coast Nuvo drops, and it's the glitter drops that have gold, that it's clear in gold. And it really brings out that gold tone that kind of that is in the flowers, and that's from the R27 marker. And I literally just coated the in-between of this in these drops, a little bit of everywhere, and just had so much fun with this. This is a beautiful card and a beautiful stamp set. So don't forget to head over to the Maker Forte website and pick up your stamp set today. And also don't forget to hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. And thank you so much for joining me today. And that is our card. If you need help with your Copic coloring, just drop me a line and I'm happy to help.